Hi guys, welcome back. Let's go and finish that exhaust off. I may get it done this episode, but I doubt it. Right, we're going to have a bit of a change up of the exhaust because I don't know if you remember, but I was going to fit these onto the exhaust to make it quieter. So we had a straight pipe from there out the car, and there was going to be an offcut for that to make it quieter with an exhaust valve. Well, I tried that on the car and there was no difference in sound. There was a slight difference in sound, but no difference in volume. So that was no use. So I went out and bought a bigger 2 in, 2 out exhaust box, which will hopefully be a little bit quieter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut here. We're going to go 45, 45 using these. So I'm going to cut these in half. 45, 45 and a straight piece, and then use the other 45 down here and down here, so then we can go straight with a 90 into the box, both sides. Inside the box there's a cross pipe, and then they come out to the sides through the big pipes. And then what I'm going to do is, when they turn up, they haven't turned up yet, make a joint between here and here with an exhaust valve in it, so that it can go louder if I want it. So default is quiet, hopefully. And then open the valve there, same thing that side, and it'll be louder, as loud as it was, hopefully. And it shouldn't mess with the flow, so it'll come 45 out here, 45 across here, and if the valve is open, it'll go 45 out the side of the car. So that's what I'm going to work on now. I'm going to put that in place underneath, using the hangers that are already there for these side pieces, and then I can work backwards towards this joint here. So I'm going to cut these off now and work backwards to that joint. Okay, there's the new back box. It comes in there, does a bend into here, got a cross pipe in here, and then it goes out through these mini mufflers. And I've done the required pieces on the car to fit up here. Now what I'm going to do is cut a hole roughly here to fit, well, one that side and one that side, to fit a pair of these. So what I'm going to do is find a way to fit this in between there somehow, so it can go out as normal. And then we look at fitting the valves and wiring them all up, and then we'll weld all this up and start it up and have a listen. Right, after many hours of cutting, welding and all that jazz, we finally got exhaust Mark II, I think. I can't remember. But yeah, so it comes from the front of the car, splits off both ways now, and then it does a 90 into a decent sized back box. There's an X pipe inside the back box, so it comes in this way, comes in this way, does a cross, and then it comes out into one of the little ones that I had before, the ones that didn't do anything at all, and that then comes out here, which is gonna then go out the back of the side of the car. Just need to finish this bit off. I'm not worried about that yet. I need to make sure everything here is correct first, and then the added bonus of this right here. So before it goes off into a 90 into the back box, there's also a tee off with a exhaust valve with an electric motor on it. So there's a valve inside there, opens up, makes more noise, diverts gas away from the two mufflers, so it should make more noise. So standard will be quiet because these exhaust valves are closed, and then when you press a button to open up the valves, it goes straight out, makes more noise. Same on the other side, you can see the valve motor there, This side isn't as well done because I kind of messed up, but I've realised the other side of these valves we need a flexi. So I've ordered some flexis to put there, and that will make it easier to get these valves in and out. One for each side, so this will end up being cut at some point as well. But these valves have one lead coming off them each. They go up then into the fuel feed and gauge cable grommet. So they go into the car, they come out the same place as the fuel feed. There's one there and one there. I'm going to need to make some brackets to keep them up off the drive shaft and keep them out of the way. Same this side to keep it off the exhaust. But for now, we can try it out. That leads us to the inside of the car. So I know it's a little dark, but inside the car, we've got the fuel feed cables there, and coming through with them are the cables that you just seen underneath the car. These come to these two plugs, which go into a special box, which I'll go and get now, and then they also get fed by plugging them into your cigarette lighter by the looks of things. I'm not going to be doing that though. These are going to be permanently wired in. But to test it, I will use these. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I only need to get power to it. So, as far as the boxes go, let me go and show you what I'm going to do with them. So here's the control boxes. I've taken the lid off, and inside, all we've got is a couple of relays and a receiver, because these are operated via remote. These are the pins that plug plugs into, and if you notice, the traces on two of them, being this second one in from me here and the fourth one in from me here, are on the same trace. And it just so happens to be that the second one in is the feed for the motors underneath the car. So when you plug it in, you've got power this end, and power comes out then of this end to go to the valves. I think that's the only thing they give you with this kit, because you only get one valve. But because I've got two valves, I think I can plug the feed for the other valve into this other this fourth one in from my side here, and get the same output, so they can operate both together. If it doesn't work, what I'm going to do is probably hardwire them into a switch or something like that, and get rid of the boxes altogether, because I don't really want a remote. Should be a switch on the car, on the steering wheel or something. But anyway, I'm going to jimmy this up now with these cables. We'll put the battery on and see if the valves operate. Right, what I've done here is I've let me take this off. So I've taken the two pins out of this one, and I've plugged them into the middle of this one and plugged it into a single board. So now, if we follow the traces, you should be able to see that reading from left, you've got power in and negative in. Then you've got power out, negative out, power out, negative out. Both of these last two go into each one of the valves. So the power in then comes from, I cheated a little bit. I plugged the center console in, plugged the cigarette lighter in, and just plugged it in for now. So once I put the battery on now, if we turn the ignition on, that should power up the board, and then the board will work with the remote, and then we'll see if the valves open up. Right, the battery's on. If I turn this on, we get fuel pump, and I have no idea how this works, but if I press nothing happens. Right, back to plan A. I took this off the one I need here, and I've nicked the power supply from the car. So now when I turn the ignition on, let's put that in somewhere safe. So So when I turn the ignition on, this lights up. And we've got signal there. So now hopefully, when I press something happens. Right, I've turned the fuel pump off because it's noisy, but if I turn this on, we get this back. I've got the two remotes because I don't know which one does what, but apparently A is full open. So if we try on this, none of these are working. Are there batteries in here? Sneaky Chinesies, there's no batteries in here. That would be why they don't work, eh? Let's see if I can find some batteries. Right, I've got a brand new battery. Right, let's try again. That one does nothing. Maybe it's t'other one. Aha! Nice! See if it works then. So, that's closed. Open, closed. Sounds like that works. So we've got A, fully opens them, both. B, fully closes them, both. C, opens them incrementally. And D, closes them incrementally. Right, okay, and I'm wondering if I can open it mostly all the way. If I close it, yes it does. Good news. So next we do it with the noise. Right, I got my Flexus on, so put the valves back in. I just need to put a bolt through, gasket on, make sure this is pointing upwards, another gasket, and then a washer and a bolt and a nut even. Same at the bottom. This bolt, how can I show you? Like this. This bolt only just fits between here, so we've got to just massage it in. This side is a little easier because the bolt actually fits through. I think it's this side. Oh no, this was the worst one. So I've actually got to undo this one now. Oh, there it goes. There's one. There, and there's two valves. Don't know if you can see. One and two. So I'm going to put a few extensions on either side now so it goes to both sides of the car, and then put this back on the car.
Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Bring the noise.
Stop, it's stinky in here. Oh. But I think that's a success. I like that. It's not as quiet as I thought it would be when it's in quiet mode, but it certainly makes a difference. You can hear it's much more subdued and not as rowdy when it's closed. That is a rip-roaring success, I think. I'm happy. Sounds good. I'm happy with that. Just got some finishing touches to do on the tips, but I'll do that another time. Next time we're back on the rear wings to sort the exhaust exit on the rear wings. So we should hopefully get that done next time. And then we're going to move back to the front, to do a bit more work on the cooling system, because we need some cooling fans on here and some sort of way of controlling them. So we'll get to that in a couple of weeks' time. In the meantime, I'm actually looking for somebody to paint it. So if you know anybody in the South Wales area that wants to give it a go, someone that doesn't mind me helping, because I'd like to film a bit of it and film a bit of the process and learn along the way. I could do it myself in the garage, but I just think the results aren't going to be fantastic, and I'm going this far, I might as well pay to get a good job done. Or you know, if anybody wants to do it for free, just give me a ring. So until next time, thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Like or dislike this video. I don't care which one. It's all about the algorithms. Share this with your friends. Go onto these social media sites and like and subscribe and follow. And until next time, ciao.